Becky Lynch reacts to Seth Rollins shockingly aligning with Paul Heyman at WrestleMania. 41. The best and worst of WWE WrestleMania 41 Saturday. Why Naomi lost to Jade Cargill. Why Charlotte Flair failed to dethrone Tiffany Stratton. Charlotte Flair walking away from WWE. Why Bayley has been removed from WrestleMania 41. The WWE's AAA acquisition reopened doors for Alberto Del Rio. Roman Reigns' WrestleMania 41 entrance marks a major change after 6 years. Breaking. Paul Heyman's betrayal leads to shocking conclusion of WrestleMania 41 Saturday main event. Paul Heyman has given Seth Rollins a whole new life. Let's dive right in. The best and worst of WWE WrestleMania 41 Saturday. WrestleMania 41 Saturday had standout moments, particularly Fatu's title win, the dramatic main event, and Uso's championship victory, but it was hampered by inconsistent storytelling, a lackluster crowd, and underwhelming production. Matches like Knight vs. Fatu and Cargill vs. Naomi over-delivered, while the tag team title match and production issues dragged the event down. Let's take a look at the best and worst of WrestleMania 41 Saturday. Number 1. Best. Jacob Fatu vs. LA Knight, United States Championship. This match was a highlight, with Jacob Fatu defeating LA Knight to win the United States Championship. Fatu's physical dominance and high-flying athleticism, including consecutive moonsaults, paired with Knight's charisma and resilience, created a compelling contest. The chemistry between the two shone through, and Fatu's victory was a significant moment, marking his first WWE Championship and signaling a major push for the Samoan Werewolf. Fans and analysts praised this match for its intensity and for stealing the show. Widely rated as one of the best matches of the night, we are giving it a 9 out of 10. Number 2. Worst. The New Day vs. War Raiders, World Tag Team Championship. The New Day's victory over the War Raiders to win the World Tag Team Championships felt lackluster due to poor creative build-up and a lack of crowd investment. The match was criticized as forgettable, with little reaction from the audience, reflecting the stagnant state of WWE's tag team division. Despite the New Day's popularity, the match failed to capture the grandeur expected of a WrestleMania title bout, rated poorly, around 4 out of 10, for its lack of impact. Number 3. Best. Seth Rollins vs. Roman Reigns vs. CM Punk, Triple Threat Main Event. The main event delivered drama with Paul Heyman's shocking betrayals, turning on both CM Punk and Roman Reigns to align with Seth Rollins, who won the match. The finish, involving Heyman's low blows and Rollins using a chair, added layers to the ongoing saga. The match capitalized on the deep history among the three competitors, and Punk's entrance, accompanied by Living Colour performing Cult of Personality, was a nostalgic highlight. Despite some criticism of the build-up, the match's unpredictable outcome and Heyman's twist made it a memorable close to night 1, rated highly for its storytelling, with scores around 8 out of 10. Number 4. Worst. Tiffany Stratton vs. Charlotte Flair, WWE Women's Championship. While Stratton's retention of the WWE Women's Championship against Flair was intense, the match didn't live up to its potential due to a messy build-up. Their viral promo battle was a high point, but the feud's inconsistency and uneven storytelling left fans wanting more. Some felt the match lacked the polish of a WrestleMania semi-main event, and it was overshadowed by other bouts. Rated around 6 out of 10, considered decent but not exceptional. Number 5. Best. Jey Uso vs. Gunther, World Heavyweight Championship. Jey Uso's upset victory over Gunther to win the World Heavyweight Championship was a feel-good moment. Uso, the 2025 Royal Rumble winner, overcame a 0-3 record against Gunther by using the champion's own tactics, including a rear naked choke, to force a submission. The match showcased both competitors' intensity, with Uso's underdog story resonating with fans. This win marked Uso's first world title, a significant milestone in his singles career. While some found the match itself average, 5 out of 10, the outcome elevated its impact. Number 6. Worst. Subdued crowd and production value. The Las Vegas crowd was notably quiet, rated as low as 2 out of 10 by some fans, which dampened the atmosphere for several matches. Additionally, the event lacked the usual WrestleMania extravagance, with minimal pyro and stage effects compared to past years, or even WWE's Saudi Arabia shows. This led to criticism that the production felt budget-constrained, reducing the event's spectacle. Number 7. Best. Jade Cargill vs. Naomi. This match exceeded expectations, delivering a strong performance driven by a personal feud. Cargill's emphatic victory, using her strength with moves like Jaded, capped a storyline that began with Naomi's attack on her. Naomi's heel work and in-ring excellence complemented Cargill's best singles performance in WWE to date. The match was praised for its storytelling and for showcasing Cargill's potential as a top star. 7/10, noted for its surprising quality. Number 8. Worst. Rey Mysterio's injury and match replacement. Rey Mysterio Rio's injury on SmackDown before WrestleMania forced a last-minute replacement, with Rey Fenix facing El Grande Americano, Chad Gable. While Fenix and Americano delivered a solid match, rated 8 out of 10, the abrupt change disrupted the anticipated Lucha Showdown. The Metal in the Mask gimmick was fun, but the match felt less significant due to the circumstances. Strong in execution, but marred by the injury context. Why Naomi lost to Jade Cargill. On night 1 of WrestleMania 41, April 19th, 2025, Jade Cargill and Naomi clashed in a heated showdown, settling a bitter feud sparked by Naomi's jealousy over Cargill's bond with Bianca Belair. Cargill came out on top at the show of shows, and here's why that win went to the storm. Jade Cargill was a powerhouse in AEW, holding the TBS Championship for a record 508 days, the longest title reign in the company's history. When she joined WWE, she was quickly paired with Belair in the tag team division, but Naomi's brutal ambush in November 2024 ended that run, sidelining Cargill from a shot at the inaugural Women's United States Championship. Beating Naomi at WrestleMania was crucial for Cargill to prove she's a force on her own in WWE, setting her up as a serious contender for a women's world title. During her second reign as women's tag team champion with Belair, Cargill was blindsided by Naomi, someone she considered family in WWE. The attack cost her big opportunities at Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, and Elimination Chamber. A win at WrestleMania was the perfect way for the Storm to get payback, closing the chapter on Naomi's betrayal and restoring her momentum. Cargill and Naomi had been trading blows for weeks, with the Storm dominating twice, though Naomi got her licks in too. Their feud started pulling Belair back in, as seen on the April 18th SmackDown, heating things up even more. The storyline did its job. It put Cargill back in the spotlight and cemented Naomi as a full-on heel. Cargill's victory at WrestleMania 41 keeps the story rolling, splitting the former tag team trio, Belair, Cargill, and Naomi, onto their own paths. What's next for these two powerhouses after Las Vegas? Why Charlotte Flair failed to dethrone Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton's WWE Women's Championship reign rolled on at WrestleMania 41 on April 19th to 20th, 2025, as she fended off 2025 Women's Royal Rumble winner Charlotte Flair in a thrilling battle. The match was a tense tug of war, with Flair hampered by a lingering knee injury. Stratton zeroed in on that weakness, and it paid off. She nailed her prettiest moonsault to win, even as Flair tried to block it with her knees. That move backfired, as Flair's bad knee gave out, letting Stratton secure the pin and keep her title. Stratton, dubbed the Buff Barbie, is WWE's next big thing, poised to shine as a top babyface. Beating Flair, a 14-time women's champ with a Hall of Fame resume, is a game-changer for her. It's like Rhea Ripley's rise after topping Flair at WrestleMania 39. Mommy became a dominant force, and now Stratton's on that same path, cementing herself as a main event star. WWE planned to turn Flair babyface when she returned at the 2025 Royal Rumble, where she won to earn her Mania shot. But the crowd wasn't buying it, booing the Queen week after week. Things boiled over in a heated SmackDown promo, where Flair and Stratton got personal, airing dirty laundry. Losing at WrestleMania could push Flair to unleash a darker, meaner side, setting up a new chapter for her. At 39, Flair's been in the game forever, racking up titles but also injuries, including a knee issue some called career-threatening. After falling to Stratton, she might step back for a bit, possibly shifting to a part-time schedule to protect her health, while still chasing her dad Ric Flair's record 16 world titles. A break could let the Queen reinvent herself for one last big run. What's next for Flair and Stratton after this epic clash? Charlotte Flair, walking away from WWE. Charlotte Flair went all in against Tiffany Stratton for the WWE Women's Championship at WrestleMania 41 on April 19th to 20th, 2025, after earning her shot by winning the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble. But despite a fierce fight, the Queen couldn't topple the Buff Barbie, and now whispers are swirling that she might step away from WWE for a while. Flair made a triumphant return at the Rumble in January, her first match since a brutal December 2023 injury, torn ACL, MCL, and meniscus from a bout with Asuka. Entering at number 27, she outlasted Nia Jax, who racked up 9 eliminations to claim the victory. Yet, the crowd turned on her, booing instead of cheering. The road to WrestleMania got nasty, as Flair's feud with Stratton turned personal, with both trading barbs about their lives. Losing to the young champ was a gut punch for the Queen, who was gunning for her 15th women's title to close in on her dad Ric Flair's 16 world title record. That dream's on hold, and the setback might push Flair to take take a break from WWE, though it's all speculation for now. Before facing Stratton, Flair also reignited her bad blood with Rhea Ripley in a heated promo exchange, hinting at a possible detour. With Flair and Ripley's long history as rivals, a fresh feud could spark if Ripley wins the Women's World Championship on night 2. Or, as a heel, Flair might stay laser-focused on Stratton, especially after their bitter personal clash. Then there's her knee. Stratton targeted it hard, forcing Flair to break her figure-8 hold mid-match. That lingering injury, called career-threatening by some, could send her back to recovery. What's next for the Queen after this Las Vegas letdown? Will she walk away, reignite old rivalries, or fight through the pain? Why Bayley has been removed from WrestleMania 41. WrestleMania 41 kicked off on April 19, 2025 in Las Vegas, and it's already hit a wild twist. Bayley's been pulled from the show. The role model was slated to team with Lyra Valkyria to take on Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez for the WWE Women's Tag Team titles. But during the countdown show before night 1, Bayley got jumped backstage, leaving her out of action. Raw GM Adam Pearce gave Valkyria 24 hours to find a new partner, while the Judgment Day's Morgan and Rodriguez swore they had nothing to do with the attack. Fans wondered if Bayley was really hurt, but PW Insider Elite says no. It's all part of a storyline cooked up weeks ago. The WWE locker room's been rallying around the beloved star, feeling for her missing out on the show of shows. Furthermore, the WWE locker room has been feeling sympathy for the role model after learning about this, as she is beloved among her peers. Bayley's not the only one sidelined. Rey Mysterio got banged up on the April 18th SmackDown and revealed Rey Fenix stepped in to face El Grande Americano tonight. The WWE's AAA acquisition reopened doors for Alberto Del Rio. WWE dropped a bombshell during WrestleMania 41 weekend, confirming it has acquired Lucha Libre AAA, Mexico's iconic wrestling promotion, and announcing a new Worlds Collide pay-per-view for June. Fightful Select reports that talks between AA and potential partners had been simmering for years, but the WWE TKO merger in 2023 lit a fire under the deal. Sources suggest WWE moved fast, possibly spurred by AEW's collaboration with CMLL for an Arena Mexico event, finalizing the acquisition to bolster its global reach. Some AAA talent, however, aren't sold, doubting the Roldan family, who've run AAA for decades, would fully hand over the reins. The big buzz centers on Alberto Del Rio, the current AAA mega champion and a polarizing ex-WWE star. WWE had long slammed the door on his return, with a 2023 Fightful Select report quoting a higher-up saying there's no FNG chance of it happening, citing his 2014 exit over a racist joke incident and 2016 departure after a wellness policy violation. Del Rio's off-ring controversies, including 2020 charges of kidnapping and sexual assault dropped in 2021, didn't help. Yet, he's teased talks with WWE, telling Sportskeeda in September 2024 he dreams of one last run to retire in WWE, naming CM Punk, John Cena, or Rey Mysterio as dream opponents. Now, with WWE owning AAA, the vibes changed. Sources close to Del Rio told Ringside News on April 19, 2025, that things are no longer contentious, hinting at discussions for appearances, maybe at Worlds Collide or another AAA-linked event. Posts on X reflect mixed fan sentiment. Some laugh at Del Rio technically being a WWE champ now, while others, like at Thigh Metal Kick, worry about PR fallout given his past. His contract with AAA, now under WWE's umbrella, could ease a comeback, but nothing's confirmed. The deal's details are hazy. WWE hasn't clarified how much control it has or how rosters will mesh. For Del Rio, it's a chance to mend fences and cap his career, but his baggage might keep things tricky. Could this reshape Lucha Libre, or is it a risky move for WWE's image? What's your take on Del Rio's potential return? Roman Reigns' WrestleMania 41 entrance marks a major change after 6 years. Roman Reigns has been a WrestleMania main event staple for a decade, headlining every year since 2021, and 2025 was no exception. But at WrestleMania 41 on April 19th, something felt different. For the 10th time, the Tribal Chief stepped into the Night 1 main event, boasting a 9-3 record that puts him among the all-time greats. What changed after 6 years? Reigns walked out alone. The first time since 2019 he didn't have someone in his corner. The shift came because Paul Heyman, his wiseman, chose to side with CM Punk for the triple threat match against Reigns and Seth Rollins, honoring a years-old promise. It led to a striking moment during Reigns' entrance. When he went to remove his Ula Fala, he had no one to hand it to. Usually, Heyman's there to take it, but this time, Reigns set it carefully by the ring's edge, a quiet but powerful image. Having loyal allies like Heyman or Solo Sikoa has been key to his Mania success. Like when Sikoa's interference sealed his win over Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 39, how will Reigns fare flying solo in Las Vegas? Breaking, Paul Heyman's betrayal leads to shocking conclusion of WrestleMania 41 Saturday main event. The main event of WrestleMania 41 Night 1 at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas delivered a jaw-dropping twist that left the WWE Universe reeling. Paul Heyman, the master manipulator, pulled off a double cross for the ages in the triple threat match pitting Roman Reigns against CM Punk and Seth Rollins, cementing his reputation as a cockroach who always lands on top, as Michael Cole put it. Heyman, torn between his longtime ally Reigns and his former client Punk, walked out with Punk, fulfilling a favor owed from Punk's help with the OG bloodline at Survivor Series, War Games 2024. The match, a 32-minute classic per Yahoo Sports, saw all three men lay each other out. With everyone down, Heyman faced a choice: hand a steel chair to Punk or Reigns. He picked Punk, seemingly betraying the tribal chief. Reigns, thrilled at Punk's downfall, unloaded chair shots on the Second City Saint. But then came the ultimate swerve. Heyman turned on Reigns too, delivering a low blow while Rollins, with his back turned, seemed to know it was coming. Rollins, ever the schemer, grabbed the chair, smashed Reigns back, and sealed the deal with a stomp, pinning the OTC to win the match. X-posts exploded, with fans like at Rodrigamfjung1 calling it absolute cinema, and at Velves18 screaming, Paul Heyman just turned his back on CM Punk and Roman Reigns. Sportskeeda noted WWE may have tipped its hand at the Hall of Fame ceremony on April 18th, when cameras caught Rollins and Heyman seated together, fueling speculation of their alliance. This wasn't the ending most expected. CBS Sports had pegged Rollins as the pick, but called Heyman's betrayal a genius plan that gave Punk his first Mania main event, kept Reigns' fire burning, and crowned Rollins the new Paul Heyman guy. The fallout's already brewing, with Heyman's move likely to reshape Raw or SmackDown. How will Reigns and Punk respond to this Judas-level betrayal? Paul Heyman has given Seth Rollins a whole new life. Paul Heyman flipped the script at WrestleMania 41 Night 1 on April 19, 2025, pulling off a stunning double cross that reshaped the main event, and, according to wrestling vet Bill Apter, handed Seth Rollins a whole new life. In the triple threat match pitting Rollins against Roman Reigns and CM Punk, Heyman's scheming stole the show. Michael Cole nailed it, calling Heyman a cockroach for his knack for always landing on top, this time by latching onto the 38-year-old visionary. One of the best swerves I've ever seen. Who saw that coming? Perfectly executed by CM Punk by Paul Heyman. Brilliant. Great finish. This match gives Seth Rollins a whole new life. Heyman, who walked out with Punk to honor a favor from Survivor Series, War Games 2024, first seemed to betray Reigns by handing Punk a chair. But the real shock came when he low-blowed Reigns, aligning with Rollins, who capitalized with a chair shot and a stomp to pin the tribal chief. Apter, speaking on Sportskeeda Wrestling, called it a masterclass swerve, boosting Rollins' already stellar career. While Rollins doesn't need Heyman's mic skills, neither did Punk or Reigns as the tribal chief. Each bond with the Wiseman is unique. What kind of edge will Heyman bring to Rollins' game? The fallout's sure to shake up WWE's landscape. Becky Lynch reacts to Seth Rollins shockingly aligning with Paul Heyman at WrestleMania 41. Seth Rollins stunned the wrestling world at WrestleMania, aligning with Paul Heyman to win the main event triple threat match against Roman Reigns and CM Punk at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. The Visionary's wife, Becky Lynch, didn't hold back her excitement, taking to Instagram to celebrate his massive victory and new alliance. The match was a 32-minute roller coaster, with Heyman's loyalty in question as he accompanied Punk to the ring, honoring a favor from Survivor Series. Fans thought Heyman might stick with Punk or return to Reigns, but the Wiseman pulled a fast one, delivering a low blow to Reigns and handing Rollins a steel chair. Rollins capitalized, smashing both opponents and pinning Reigns after a stomp, turning heel and becoming the new Paul Heyman guy. The Las Vegas crowd was left speechless. Becky Lynch, who's been away from WWE since May 2024, posted on Instagram, sharing backstage footage of her ecstatic reaction, captioning it GOAT, and praising Rollins as the best wrestler in the world. Fightful reported her uncontainable excitement, noting she was at the Hall of Fame ceremony the night before, fueling speculation of her own return.